welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another episode of TEW IX WWE Challenge Run here. Look at me nailing that on the first try. Today we're back with another episode of SmackDown. We're going to have the fallout from WWE Insurrection live from London, England. Insurrection was, and so is this post fallout show, and then we're back in the States next week. Elsewhere on the channel on Raw, we had the Go Home show heading into Bad Blood, and then we've got Bad Blood is the next episode in the series, so check that out if you haven't already, so you're nice and up to date. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing throughout the series. And without further ado, let's check out the fallout from Insurrection and the beginning of the build-up to our next SmackDown exclusive show, Unforgiven, with another episode of SmackDown. And SmackDown's going to get underway with our United States Champion, making his way out to the ring. L.A. Knight, baby, comes out, still got that gold, made his first defense against AJ Styles at WWE Insurrection, still got that gold over his shoulder, and also making his first defense of the, towards the Fighting Champions advantage. 9 more stamps on his defense loyalty card, and he can trade it in for a shot at that WWE Championship. But LA Knight comes to the ring, and he says, "It's good to be." Yeah. Crowd cheering. LA Knight says that the fans here in London, England, are some of the best fans in the world, and he's glad he got to put on a show for him, give him a showcase. When he kicked AJ Styles' ass 7 ways to Sunday at Insurrection and kept a hold of this United States Championship, making it his first defense. He's already halfway there to the number of defenses Logan Paul managed. Not that that's hard, is it? No. But you know what? Standing here in London, England, hearing all about the amazing fans here, feeling the amazing fans here, feeling the energy. Hearing about the quality of competitors this country brings, I fought as the United States champion, as the United States representative here in London, England. I thought it was my civic duty to come out here and see what London, England has to offer. And so I'm issuing the challenge right now. Any English superstar in the crowd here in the back there, in the local area, who thinks they can get here quick enough to make your way down here and go head to head with the US champion, prove what you can do on the biggest stage in them all. Yeah, I'm in my ring, cause whose game is it? L.A. Knight, yeah. LA Knight standing in the ring awaiting his opponent as the music hits, and out comes Charlie Dempsey, the son, of course, of wrestling legend, British wrestling and overall wrestling legend, William Regal, NXT superstar, makes his way out and down to the ring, ready to accept this open challenge. It's non-title. It's just a chance to showcase yourself, essentially, for an Englishman here at the Copper Box Arena. More famous for kind of its boxing, but needs must. 71, happy with that. 73 for LA Knight. 61 when Charlie Dempsey came out. He did not come out of this looking good in comparison to LA Knight, who's hot as hell. In a momentum sense and literally, but we don't need to talk about that. And then we get to our first match of the evening. US champion LA Knight taking on Charlie Dempsey. Just a chance for Charlie Dempsey to show what he's got, showing some British strong style, giving it his all, getting to showcase himself a little bit. LA Knight's very good at selling and making his opponents look good, in my opinion, at the very least. So yeah, definitely allowing Dempsey to showcase himself here, showcase his talents and what he's got in this match. In the end, though, it is the US champion who comes out on top with the gravy train for a 67. Happy with that. 66 LA, 48 Charlie Dempsey, actually, doing really well. Yeah, happy with that. Charlie Dempsey's doing well. It's good to know what the NXT guys are at as well. I'm keeping an eye on there. Definitely got some plans for some of them, quite a few of them. 57 for the wrestling, 45 for the crowd. having that good match, you know. LA Knight gets to stand tall, shakes hands with Charlie Dempsey. Nothing but respect there, but it is the US champion who comes out on top. As then we're going to have, speaking of Englishmen, cut to commercial, come back for a fabulous celebration. The ring's been done out. You know, streamers, confetti, balloons, champagne tower. As out come Yes Boy! From yeah to Yes Boy. Your new WWE Tag Team Champions, Pretty Deadly. Here for the most fabulous celebration you've ever seen. They made their way down to the ring. Here in London, England, their nation, they won their first of many, WWE Tag Team Championships. The prettiest tag team to ever hold the belts. The most fabulous tag team. The first English tag team. Oh, the youngest tag team. The oldest. The best. Pretty Deadly are on top exactly where they belong. And it warms their heart to be standing here in England, their fabulous country, staring out at this crowd of people who might not be as pretty as them or pretty at all, but it just makes Pretty Deadly Kit and Elton appreciate how gorgeous they are in comparison to their fellow countrymen, you know? And as the WWE Tag Team Champions, they want to know, the crowd to know, the country, the nation to know that they take their duty very, very seriously. And with pride and dignity and honour, they will defend and uphold these championships to the highest esteem and regard. The only way Pretty Deadly know how to. They're interrupted by another English. God, there's an very... The ratio of English to non-English is rising. Fellow Englishman, Tyler Bate, the big strong boy, makes his way out. Congratulates Kit and Elton on their defence. You know, bit rude to our fellow countrymen here, but you won. Congrats. We won. I won too. 6-man tag. Came out on top. And speaking of, you know, you had a good interactions. A couple new friends of mine did as well. And you've got those titles now. And I just wanted to let you know personally, Englishmen to Englishmen, they're very, very interested in them. Music hits and out comes Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews interrupting Kit and Elton's celebration. They're not too happy. You know, they turn around like they're going to leave. Like, okay, we're just going to go. They try to sneakily hit Apollo and Baron with the titles. Apollo, you know, kicking Elton down to stop him. Kit goes to hit Baron. Baron, though, dodging it and pulls Kit into the end of days. Kit rolls out the ring. Elton Prince there. Apollo Crew, you know, on his knees in front of Apollo Crews. Looks over to Baron, you know, gets in between his legs, looks over to Baron, looks over to Tyler, look over to the crowd. They're cheering, they're helping him up. Apollo Crews lifts up Elton Prince and power bombs him. And power bombs him into through the table, on top of which is the champagne tower. They're just plastic cups. We're not trying to kill Elton Prince here, but you know, a big powerbomb. His lovely silk, you know, sequined shirt, absolutely drenched in champagne now, as he rolls out the ring. And Crews and Corbin, just for a moment, lift up those WWE Tag Team titles. A real statement of intent for them. After, you know, they came out on top in their feud with Legado, they've got their sights set on Pretty Deadly's WWE Tag Team Championships. Good. Lovely. A lot of Englishmen thus far, but 48, I'm happy with that. Just a fun little segment as Pretty Deadly's first opponents seemingly reveal themselves. It's one of the things I love about having a new TW save. You know, I'm kind of sad in some regards about losing the lore of the 2020 save, but being in this, because going into this, when I was planning it, I didn't plan for Crews and Corbin at all. But then they got put together, and you know, they did their thing IRL, then I did my thing with them, and I'm enjoying them, and now they're contenders to the tag titles, and it's crazy how things change, but I'm having fun with it. And I think that's all you can do at a point. You got to have fun with it. As then, we're going to tidy up the ring a bit. Play some adverts and whatever. And then we got a match between Candice LeRae and Naomi. Candice LeRae, not in the best mood after her defeat at Insurrection in that tag team match, where she was pinned, submitted, where she was the one responsible for her team's defeat. In a sense, Blair did hit her, but she was the one in the ring when they lost, is how we're going to phrase that, because I don't know how else to. Taking on Naomi here, looking to get some aggression out. Naomi making her first appearance of the series, I believe. Which, yeah, Naomi, here she is. Her and Candice go at it. We let them, go for 10, 11 minutes. Show what they can do. Candice wrestling aggressive as she can. Well, no, she does aggressive very well, Naomi's Naomi. They tear it up in the ring. In the end, Naomi starts to get the advantage. Candice rolling out of the ring, Naomi chasing, going after Candice, hyping up the crowd, and going after Candice. She goes over to Candice. Candice kneeled down by the side of the ring. Candice elbowing her back. Naomi going to get Candice again when Candice yanks a steel chair out from under the ring and smashes it right into Naomi. Disqualification. Bell called. 53, 46 for the wrestling, 31 for the crowd, 46 for both of these women. Good job. Naomi gets the win via DQ. Candice obviously feeling a lot of anger and rage after the events at Insurrection where her team were defeated, and taking that out with a steel chair on Naomi here. Both of these women, as you imagine, probably have the women's US title in their mind. Candice is going to have to sort out whatever's going on with her. She was getting some wins before Insurrection, but that loss at Insurrection, she seems to have taken that pretty hard. As then, we're going to have a segment from Kiana James Enterprises on the Blue Brand. I know, Dijak and Omos. Kiana talking at her desk saying that if you have been living under a rock and missing the elegance and perfection of Monday Night Raw, or some of Monday Night Raw, you'd have missed the debut of Omos, Mr. Tall and Sexy, and Dijak, your favourite wrestler's favourite wrestler, as the first two clients of the Kiana James Enterprises banner, where they came out victorious on Monday nights, can I assure you. And can I assure any advertisers watching? But I know, I am a good and kind woman and business manager, and so it is my pleasure to announce that SmackDown will not be missing out on the fun, because I can exclusively reveal to you now that next week Kiana James Enterprises' third exciting premiere client will be revealed exclusively here on the Blue Brand Friday Night SmackDown. For 34, once again, just building these guys up. And a big announcement. Next week on SmackDown, Kiana James Enterprises' third client will be revealed on Friday nights. Dijak and Omos are Raw superstars, but Kiana James' third client will be a SmackDown superstar. Who will it be? Predictions in the comments. It might be obvious. It might not. Let me know who you think. 34, no, I'll take that. I'm happy enough with that. Who's it going to be? We'll wait and see. We're going to go backstage. Mia Yim and Indi Hartwell are still in a celebratory mood after their tag team victory. A very different scene to how Candice LeRae's taking things post-Insurrection, shall we say. They're happy. They did win. But they're interrupted by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, who have been absent, but they're here. Don't worry. The pain's over. Congratulations to you two. You got your win. Mia and Indi were talking about how well they did as a tag team. Chelsea Green congratulates them, but says that the best tag team in WWE, men or women's, and on SmackDown especially, in the women's side, is myself and Piper here. So I don't really understand what you guys are so excited about. I mean, you can beat Candice and Blair, but who can we can do that with our eyes closed as former women's tag team champions. And Nick Aldis walking by says, "Hey, that's a great idea. Let's do that." Later on tonight, Chelsea, you and Piper can take on Indi and Maya. Mia, Maya. Oh, that's going to hurt my head. We'll just call her Michin, shall we? 43 for that. Happy with that. Little tag team action later on tonight. And a little tag team action right now. Hashtag DIY in action. Disappointed the pair after coming up short at Insurrection. It looked like they had it, but Pretty Deadly snuck in at the end and stole it from them, you could say. Not going to let it get them down, though. Looking to build up a bit of momentum again here against A-Town Down Under, who are looking to build momentum themselves. They haven't had the best kind of start to things here, post-SummerSlam. And we just let these two teams go at it. You know, two former WWE Tag Team Champions, A-Town Down Under, were defeated for those belts by DIY. And both teams want to put themselves in contention for Pretty Deadly's gold. In the end, the teams go at it. And it's DIY who come out on top. Gargano forcing his former protege, Austin Theory, to submit in the Croston Crab for a 57. Happy with that. 49 for the wrestling, 39 for the crowd, 42 for Tommaso, 57 Johnny, 48 Austin, 51 Grayson. Happy with that. Happy with that, you know. Once again, a case of Grayson Waller kind of semi-abandoning Austin, you know, in a dire strait, tags Austin in and goes to the outside, says, "I'm recovering, mate, I'm recovering, I can't tag in, oh, my knee, oh," you know. And Austin very defeated in the end for his team for that 57, which is alright. Happy enough. We go backstage. Carmelo Hayes bumps into the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And Melo gives his commiserations to AJ after his defeat at Insurrections. You know, Melo says he doesn't know how that feels because at Insurrection he won. But, you know, he can imagine it would be disheartening and disappointing. So sorry about that. But hey, AJ, everyone knows you. Okay, they know how good you can be in that ring, even if you came up short. And so, hey, you want to get right back on that horse? Why don't you get in that ring tonight with Carmelo Hayes? Crowd cheering. AJ says, "Melo, I've seen you as well, and you're great. You are. And someday I'm sure you and I are going to tie it up in that ring, and I'm going to enjoy beating you. But for now, tonight, I will not be competing, no. But hey, you want to get in that ring later tonight? I have a friend of mine you might be interested in fighting instead. Into frame walks Shinsuke Nakamura for a 72. Later tonight, in the main event, it will be Carmelo Hayes versus Shinsuke Nakamura 1-on-1. A little tease later down the line at some point, maybe AJ Styles, Carmelo Hayes. Those two tying up. Banger. It's got banger written all over it, doesn't it? But 72. Happy with that. All these guys doing pretty well. As we have that tag team match announced earlier. It is Chelsea Green and Piper Niven taking on Indi Hartwell and Mia Yim. We just let both teams go at it, essentially. Giving all four women a spotlight. You know, you could talk about the women's tag title, potentially, for both of these teams. I know one of them's only one of them's kind of a full-time team. And one's a makeshift team, but also, of course, the Women's United States title. Can't be far from either of these two teams' minds at any point. They go at it. In the end, Indi Hartwell and Mia Yim pick up another victory here. Doing very well for themselves as Mia Yim pins Chelsea Green for a 49, pretty good. 40 for the wrestling, 29 for the crowd, who are very hot. India and Mia do have great chemistry when teaming, which is a random thing to note for me. 48 Mia, 44 Piper, 34 Chelsea, 36 Indi. Happy with that. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven come out on top. And then out comes the WWE Women's Champion, Nia Jax, and Tiffany Stratton, Miss Money in the Bank. And Nia Jax obviously picked up that injury. With defeating Jade Cargill Insurrection, she did get hurt. She tore her quad. You know, she's limping a bit, and Tiffany helping her as much as she can. And they get in the ring. And Nia Jax says, at Insurrection, she successfully defended her WWE Women's Championships with an injury, in pain, no matter what. She defended her WWE Women's Championship. And afterwards, she got checked out at a local medical facility, by the doctor backstage, and then there she had scans and tests done. And the doctors told her she's going to be out. Not forever. She promises not forever. As your queen, she promises not forever, but for now. And as a queen, you have to know and understand and accept your limitations and do what's best for your people. And with the news I was given, I sadly have to accept that I am not in a possible state to which I can uphold and defend this championship as it deserves. And so that brings me to what's best to do. I spoke to Nick Aldis, general manager, and he told me I could vacate the title. But that's not what I want to do. That's not what's best. So I turned to you, my princess, my best friend, my bestie, Tiffany Stratton. I asked Nick with Tiffany a bit shocked. The crowd shouting "Thank you, Nia." A very weird turn of events happening in WWE. Nia saying, I spoke to Nick. I asked if I could give the title to you, and he said he wouldn't let that happen. I asked if we could have a match tonight, and he said he wouldn't be granting that match. So I am left with only one option in front of me, Tiffy. Can we get a ref down here? Ref coming out. And I are holding Tiffany's hands. Tiffany getting a bit emotional too. Tiffany, you're my best friend and I love you. And right now, what I need you to do is cash in that Money in the Bank briefcase on me right now. Nia Jax letting go of Tiffany's hands, getting down onto the floor, lying on the mat. Tiffany, tears in her eyes, looking at her briefcase. She can't believe what's happening. She didn't see this coming. This is her best friend in front of her, laying on the mat, handing her this championship, essentially. As Tiffany, tears in her eyes, begrudgingly even, says to Nia, is there no other way? Nia says, this is the only way. This is the only way, or I'll take the title off me and we'll lose it. This is the only way to keep it in our friendship, in our kingdom, in our queendom. As Tiffany, tears in her eyes, hands the briefcase over to the referee. Hands it to the announcers, makes the announcements, they ring the bell. And Tiffany immediately, tears in her eyes, gets down. And it's not even a pin. It's a hug. I'm naturally tearing up a little bit. It's a hug. As Tiffany Stratton on top of Nia Jax. Well, as Tiffany Stratton hugs Nia Jax with her shoulders down for a 1, 2, 3. Your winner. Oh, this is emotional. This is so much more emotional than I ever thought this story would play out. Oh, God. Oh, give me a second. As your winner, this is not how I thought Tiffany was going to win her first WWE Women's title. Your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. immediately Tiffany helping Nia to her feet. Nia handing the WWE Women's Championship over to Tiffany Stratton and raising her arm. The crowd chanting, "Thank you, Nia," chanting, "You deserve it." You know, like the old "Thank you, Cena. Cena sucks." You know, "Thank you, Nia. You deserve it." Back and forth. 59, 54, and then a 57. Oh, that got emotional. Did you get emotional? Was it just me awkwardly tearing up in my room? New WWE Women's Champion. Plans had to change with Nia's injury, but I definitely think this is an interesting direction and way to take it. Tiffany on top now. Nia's going to go rest up, so Tiffany's on her own. Will she be able to keep that title around her waist? And what's going to happen when Nia's back? A lot of potential opening up here, which I like, which I always love. As we're then going to have our main event for this evening is Carmelo Hayes and Shinsuke Nakamura. After that emotional turmoil we've just been through, we just have two guys laying on the line. It's not an all-out match, so to speak. Two guys going at it, slowly building up, shall we say. I've told them to slow build, so they're just going to, you know, it's a psychology match. You know, Nakamura, he's doing his strong style. Melo's trying to speed things up, but Nakamura's slowing him down purposely, trying to clip his wings a little bit. And the two men just go at it for like 18 minutes. We let them slowly build things up here, slow by slow. I'm more of an all-out guy myself. Just tell them to steal the show, give them 15 minutes and tear it down. But Nakamura will let them, psychology-wise, this and see how it gets on. In the end, Melo and Nakamura going for it. Nakamura goes for the Shinsasa. Melo getting up just in time and catching Nakamura with a massive drop kick to take him down. Quickly up to the turnbuckle for that top rope fedora splash leg drop. I don't know what the game calls it. You know Melo's finisher before he covers Nakamura for the 1, 2, 3. Happy with that. 74 for the match. Nakamura was off his game, sadly. They have good chem, but Nakamura was off his game. Just brought that down a bit. Could have got high 70s. But 50 for the crowd, 61 for wrestling, 68 Melo, 55 Nak. Happy enough with that. Carmelo Hayes gets another big victory here. As finally, to end the show, out comes the WWE Champion, still your WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. Crowd cheering for him. He thanks the crowd. He thanks John Cena, first of all. He'd be remiss in not. John, one of the greatest of all time, and he knows that John's going to be back, you know, next year for a world tour. And Cody hopes they can tie it up at least one more time, those two, in that ring, because John Cena is one of the greatest to ever do this. But Cody's story goes on. He is still WWE champion. He does not plan on letting this go anytime soon. Okay, so London, England. Cody says he will do whatever it takes to make sure the next time we're here, next year, I've still got this championship gold over my shoulder. I know there's a lot of people in the back there who probably have their eye on me. A lot of people probably want to step up like how John Cena did. And I want them all to know that I don't plan on losing this title, on having my story end any time soon. As Cody doesn't want his story to end, perhaps another chapter in an age-old story is about to be written, as out comes the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' music hits and he walks out. Jimmy Uso, Jacob Fatu, and Paul Heyman with him down to the ring. And Roman saying to Cody, here we are again. You know, it's a bit strange, isn't it? Me here with my bloodline, you on that other side of the ring, but the WWE Championship over your shoulder and not mine. How things change, how times change, but it's still you and me, Cody, isn't it? Crowd cheering. Roman congratulating Cody. He's kept that championship. He beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, something no one else could do for so long. And he beat John Cena. Not an easy feat in and of itself. And he's welcome for the assist at SummerSlam. But Cody, I'm back now. The tribal chief is back. The OG tribal chief. The one tribal chief. The only tribal chief. Me. And that championship is always something I've got my eyes on. Now, Cody, the old Roman Reigns, right now, I'd probably get Jimmy or Jacob or both of them probably to beat your ass and hand me that championship. Or hell, I'd do it myself, but I'm feeling a little bit differently these days, Cody. Maybe some time with the family will do that, so here's what I'll do instead. I'll challenge you. One-on-one. Unforgiven. No bloodline rules. No, nothing else. Just you and me. Man to man. Tribal chief to American Nightmare in that ring for that championship. Crowd cheering. Cody Rhodes saying, Roman, yours and I's story is legendary. And if you want to write another chapter, I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. But I'm going to say to you what I was told by you, by Paul, by everyone else, every time I stepped up to you and that championship, every time anyone stepped up to you or that championship. Roman, I mean, thanks for showing up on a show for once. But you're going to have to do it again, because if you want a shot at me and my WWE Championship, Cody takes a step forward, gets right into Roman's face. You're going to have to earn it. For a 92, Roman's got that little smile on his, sly smile on his face as Cody raises the WWE Championship in front of him to close out the show. 92, really happy with that. Cody came across well. Roman came out as excellent. Jacob Hyde did not come across looking good, but oh well. Roman's little group has their little background now. Name-wise, they're either going to be the OGs or the ones. Let me know, which do you prefer? I don't know which one I'm leading, the OGs or the ones. Because I can't I can't call it the new bloodline and the old bloodline, like with the judgment there, you know. I'm happy though. Good final segment, good show. Probably going to get high 70s, I imagine, with that main event rating. 78, increased up on 4 regions, yeah. That's fine. Nice little show. Dealing with the fallout from Insurrection and beginning a little bit of that build up to Bad Blood's, not Bad Blood, Unforgiven. Plenty to build up to, but some fun stuff coming. I'm excited. But that is going to be it for today. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. As always, love hearing what you think of what's going on. Next time out, we got Bad Blood, the Raw exclusive show. We got Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Hell in a Cell, Gunther versus Seth versus Drew for the world title. Liv Lee Kaiser, Pete Dunne, Sheamus and Ilja Dragunov in world title contendership match. Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn, Falls Count Anywhere. Chad Gable, Uncle Howdy are going at it. And Finn Balor and Damian Priest. That's the card. Stacked show. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell so you do not miss a thing throughout this series. Leave a like if you've enjoyed. I hope you haven't. Leave your comments down below. Subscribe for more. And as always, I just want to say a very special thank you for watching.